Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you all had a happy holidays and a happy new year. This is going to be an early impressions, early kind of review overview of the Asics Gel Kayano 30s. Okay, so I acquired these right after Thanksgiving, and with holidays being as busy as they are for everybody, generally the running and the workouts tend to slack a little bit, but you still try to get them in as much as possible, hopefully. Anyway, so this is about a little over 50 miles with these shoes. Running has mostly been on pavement and some light trails, and of course a little bit of treadmill running as well. So if you like this kind of material, as always, I'd really appreciate the like and subscribe. Let's dive right in. So the Kayano 30, complete overhaul from the Kayano 29s. Last year I did go with the Brooks Glycerin GTS 20s after comparing them with the Kayano 29s. I just like those Glycerin GTSs a little bit more. This year I'm back to running an Asics. It is a complete overhaul. Some statistics: a men's size 9 on these weighs about 10.83 ounces. That's 307 grams. So the drop height is still the same. They kept it to a 10 millimeter drop, but they added 4 millimeters of foam. So it is a taller shoe, and it is noticeable. It's different running on these, I'd say mostly in a good way. The cushioning is phenomenal. As soon as I tried them on in the store, I was pretty much sold on the cushioning. So this is the color that I got. Several different colorways, of course, as always with Asics. You'll notice that they no longer show off the actual gel, which is a departure, but it is in there, trust me. They have the pure gel now that's completely enclosed. Your ankles, knees, hips, back, everything will definitely appreciate that pure gel if you're running down some steeper hills and trying to control your speeds going down the hills. We've got that Flight Foam Blast as well. Probably the biggest change is the shape and width and size of this outsole. So they have this on the Kayanos, they have this 4D guidance system that's supposed to help you throughout your run, even as your gait sort of gets a little more sloppy when you're running those higher mile days, to continue to subtly support you through and through your entire run. I've noticed, for the most part, that seems to be true. Maybe it's just psychological also, but it has so far been, overall, mostly a pleasure to run in these shoes. The top has some nice structure to it. It's got kind of that, I don't know if you can catch that very well, the details, kind of that mesh-like construction. Okay, some nice reflective spots as well, and that high-wearing outsole on the heel. Just for comparison, so the last time I wore Kayanos was the Asics Kayano 28, which I keep mine around for. Just because you're done running with them for high mileage doesn't mean you have to stop wearing the shoes, especially if the top is still in good condition. So I wear these still for bumming around, wearing them to the gym, that kind of stuff, maybe even some low mileage runs. So the Kayano 28 was similar to the 29. I don't own the 29s, like I said, but then we have the complete overhaul with the 30. So just for comparison purposes, here's the outsole on the 28s, which is similar to the 29s, and here's the outsole we have on the Kayano 30s. Same colorway, apparently. So a lot wider outsole, just a lot more on this shoe. Stability through shoe geometry, I guess, is their theory. For another comparison, so these are the Brooks Glycerin GTS 20s that are really, really amazing shoes. So here's the Kayano 28 again. Okay, there's the Glycerin GTS 20s. I wish I had 3 arms. And there is our Kayano 30. So we can see, I've got all 3 of them up here, the difference in the widths of those different soles of these excellent, excellent running shoes. Honestly, you can't go wrong with Asics or Brooks or any of those, or Hoka or you know, Saucony, New Balance, any of these high-end running shoes. You know, they all do a great job. It's just what fits your foot better, what fits your running style and your gait better. So, some quirks about this. Excellent, excellent cushioning, first off. Top of the line cushioning. Very bouncy, okay? Very good energy return. Some things I did notice though. So the tongue on the Gel Kayano 30s is thinner. It's gusseted, which is nice because it keeps the tongue from slipping around all over the place if you have that problem. I tend to lace lock all of my running shoes. Now, one thing I did notice on the very first run I did with these, so the very first run was a 10-miler, and right around mile probably 5 or 6 or so, I kind of felt a little hot spot, okay, right in this kind of medial top area, right by my ankle. Now, mind you, everybody's anatomy is different. I have bony, low volume feet, and this spot actually rubbed on my ankle and gave me a little bit of a blister, but it's resolved. Simple way to fix that, I simply lace lock them and a little bit looser, tie them a little bit looser, and it's worked itself out. Hot spot's gone. The other thing, so you know, when you get to try these on at stores, at running stores, you don't really get to run a whole lot in them. So once I've put in a lot of distance, the cushioning is still nice. It's still bouncy. It gives you good support. I have noticed on the transition, I don't want to say it's bad. It's different in a pretty good way, but it's almost, for me, it's almost a little too cushy in the later miles still. I want a little more firmness, but still want that cushioning. It's hard to describe. Like I said, it's kind of different, not in a bad way. Does take some getting used to. Your feet, your ankles, your joints will not hurt though, okay? With that extra 4 millimeters of foam, it is a taller shoe and it is noticeable. Again, is it awful? No. The cushioning is wonderful, kind of makes up for it, and it does feel a little bit slower at first, although my times actually have gotten better, so it feels slower, feels a little clunkier on the run, I should say, but my times, you know, are more objective and they've been getting faster. So I don't know, it's just it's a different feeling, not in an awful way, but it's still, you know, top of the line cushioning all around. Weatherproofing, of course, weatherproofing, weather resistance, water resistance is there. Breathability is excellent with these. I mean, the weather hasn't been too hot where I'm running, so and it's been cold in some spots, so breathability is there. The toe box, oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention this. So if you like a wider toe box, rejoice. Asics has made the toe box a little bit wider on the Kayano 30s as compared to the past iterations, so I definitely do like that. Laces on these are nice. They're just flat laces. They feel like they could be a little bit more durable maybe, but they'll probably last real long. They got a little more stretch to them than I would normally like. But other than that, excellent shoe. We'll see how these hold up for the next, you know, few hundred miles I put on them. Hopefully I'll be able to do a follow-up video, kind of like what I did for the Glycerin GTS 20s last year. Anyways, that's about all I got. If you've been running in these, drop a comment down there. Let me know your thoughts as well. It's always good to know. Another comparison that I'd be interested in would be these versus the Asics GT2000s. I passed those up just because I really like the cushioning on the Kayanos. The GT2000s are an awesome shoe. They kind of got overhauled as well. The Kayano cushioning kind of won me over there. So yeah, if you've experienced the GT2000s, the latest iteration, drop a comment about that too. And I guess I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.